and welcome to today's episode where I am going to be talking to a mom with two autistic kids. Today, we are actually having a lot more neurodivergent kids being born on Earth. Lots of kids have some sort of learning delays. They seem to be thinking or acting differently than we really know why. So, this episode sheds some light onto that to really help you understand star seeds when they incarnate, what can be some of the challenges that they grow through, and what can you do as a parent to help them? So, towards the end, you will find some helpful exercises that I have channeled, and you might find that useful for your own life as well. One of my deepest desires is to really help all of us see that we are perfect as we are. Literally, even with our weakness, we are perfect as we are, whether we have any disability or perceived lack in any sense, we're still absolutely perfect because we were designed that way. We came this way. Now, sometimes when we actually feel this lack, we feel this lack more because there are also parts of us that are trapped and we're not really fully able to access the energy that was totally meant for us. You're going to watch me in action as I work with the spirit of her kids and do a healing on them. And that will give you ideas about your own unique situation as well. So I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions, please leave them for me in the sections below. All right, so today's session is really special because I've got a guest with me, and she's given me permission to look at her space, understand what her relationship is with her kids who are on the spectrum, and we'll figure out what's really going on with the kids. What's her relationship with them? How can she support them? And what is the best path forward? What is the highest timeline for her? And what is the highest purpose of these beautiful kids as well? So, do I have permission to open your Akashic Records?
Yes.
All right. I'm just also getting your higher self very, very keen to just show me everything about you. We are going in, and I'm just opening up your Akashic Records. And the first thing that I'm being shown is that both your children, you have a relationship with them, of course, in this lifetime, but there's an ongoing relationship where you've known them for years and lifetimes before. I'm first going to tune into your daughter and just see what is your relationship with your daughter. She has been one of your angels, even in this lifetime. Like she's the one who will give you inspiration around things, a particular set of clothes that you should be wearing, and so on. And she's watched you in that space. She's really enjoyed your feminine side. And she's come in as your daughter because she really saw you as a nurturing, caring mother. Also, she saw you as the person who would really be able to hold space for her without trying to mold her, without trying to change her. So it was very important for her that as she was coming onto earth, and she knew it was going to be a tough task, and she is a star seed. She's not had as many lifetimes on earth before. So there's, as star seeds, when they want to incarnate on earth, they really want to be on their path because there's a resistance there around really coming to earth, because earth has karma attached to it, and once you get into the karmic life cycle, then you need to incarnate again. And so she was very careful in picking you as a mom because she wanted to have her space so that she's able to do what she's meant to do. Now, in her sense, what's happening a little bit is that the soul's ready and the soul knew that it wanted to come to earth, but there was part resistance from the soul part as well as her body. The resistance being that, oh, life's too tough on earth and I don't fully want to belong here. She likes a lot of beautiful things. Like she likes the joy, she likes the colors, she likes the sensory stuff. There's a lot of ethereal joy with her. But part of what she's doing is because she actually does have in an ethereal sense, she has like 1 foot here on earth and she has 1 foot there in the spiritual realm because she hasn't fully got all her energy here. What might be very, very beneficial for her is sharing this message with her in a way that you feel she will understand, but really helping her ground and helping her bring her energy here because she has incarnated here anyway. So the limits sometimes that she feels in a body level, that's also because she hasn't fully come in here yet. Like some of it is supposed to be like that. The other bit is where she just hasn't come in. She just does not have the full space available. It's like she's got about half a wardrobe space available and she has 50% more capacity and that will tremendously help her. There is fear there. Well, the first fear there that she has is that if she comes here, if she comes to earth, she'll get in the karmic cycle. Uh, but she's here anyway. um, and the other thing that you can do is what the spirit guides are also showing me that, at a spiritual level, like she's advanced. And even if you don't feel that in the sense when you're speaking with them, even when they're little, you can start teaching them already. When you are doing your meditations, you can start teaching your kids as well, just showing it to their spirit and just helping them clearing the karma. There are a couple of things for her, particularly that, well, she's here. And when she has all of her energy here, this is what you want to tell her spirit. And we are partly doing that right now as well. We're just telling her spirit that, she is here already. But if she has access to her full potential, she has access to her full energy, then she will be able to do whatever she is meant to do fully. The next fear that comes up for her is, well, if I bring all my light here, then the light will be very high for people around me to see and accept. And that's where I'm seeing you hold her hand and give her that permission that it's okay. And whatever she does, however she wants to come in, however bright that light is, whatever she wants to do, she's got permission. There's a little bit of the fear there. And so she's just wanting to fit in. She's
having a hard time with that. She doesn't fit in. Or she's trying to fit in,
but she
feels different.
And she's really trying to fit in. And what she's doing is she's not letting all of her energy come in because she just feels that the way I am, I will not be accepted. And so here, this is where you become that angel for her in the physical presence. And you tell her that, no, however you are lovable for me right now, just like this, however you are, whatever you want to bring on earth, you are totally lovable. You are lovable without even having to do anything. And there's nothing that you do that is right or wrong. Like my love just stays. So when you become more and more that mother with unconditional love, with just divine love for her, the more it gives her that permission because she's looking at you as that beacon of light and she's trying to come from the spiritual realm. Like she's arrived, but she hasn't fully arrived yet. A big part of her understands that. And she's sort of in the middle because she's like, well, I'm here and I'm still not fitting in. So I'm not wanted here. And she needs to hear
Mm,
that from you. More people, if possible, in time, but you need to hold that space for her. Um, I'll come to you in a minute because this is really, really special. That this is the main thing that she needs. And the more you do it, the more you, in, like, not question, but you just go, like, she is okay and she is divine as she is. The more you will find that she's able to just come into her body because she just needs that full acceptance. And right now, she's not feeling that with others. She's not feeling that with anybody else, and she's looking at you. You are the biggest permission holder for her, so give her the permission. And
okay.
just quickly look at like your emotional, energetic chords with her. So she has got, if I'm looking at her chakras, her, as would be expected, the spiritual chakras, so up from the fourth level above, they're pretty um, lit up, they're pretty much active. And she just needs to bring more of that energy in. I can talk to you a little bit later because I think that would be beneficial for everyone who is listening to these recordings. Anyone who's also having kids on the spectrum or just having some general difficulties, I'll talk about some of the exercises that you can do with your kids and yourself as well, just to bring a lot more of that energetic balance. So we'll just park that for now. And that's what's the main thing that's going on for her. And that will really, really help. Just getting her in the body, just allowing her to be comfortable and be okay with herself as she is. When you hold that space, she'll get that. And yeah, that really allows her to blossom. And she is wild, wild in a good way. Like she is very different. She is meant to be different. That's what I was meaning to say. She is meant to be someone who is humming her own tune, who's doing her own thing. At the minute, I'm just seeing her on the street, like in an open area, and she's sort of dancing, but the dance moves and everything looks very, very different. But she doesn't seem to care, and she does not want to care. She just wants to feel that that is okay by you, by the primary people around her.
Okay.
And the more you do that, the more she'll find resonance with herself. And the bigger purpose of what she's doing is she's giving the people on earth that permission as well, that they can be themselves. So there's a reason why she's going through this really hard time, because it gives her that empathy and understanding for others as well. And although it sounds a very weird way of learning, um, to just be you, that is exactly what she's doing. She's just learning that she needs to be her, and she is light by herself. Yeah, because at the moment she's trying to fit in, and it's like all the doors close in, close in, close in, and then she realizes, well, gosh, I just can't fit in anyway. And so it's a forceful method where finally, um, it's a little bit painful, where then finally you come to the realization that no, I'd rather be me because nobody else is getting happy anyway. But you could also just short circuit all of this for her and make it a lot faster for her. But she'll
Mm,
prosper, she'll do really well. The more she has permission to be her, and the more she allows herself to be her, because once you hold the space, and she'll need that constant reassurance growing up as well, that she's okay as she is. But the more she has that, you'll find that the gravitas around her, as in people, will get attracted to her because of how she is. She will not need to be anybody different, she will not need to fit in. People will get attracted to her because they'll be like, whoa, how can she just be this unique and different? That uniqueness, that difference, and that ability to just own herself and be truly authentic, that is actually what she's going to hold on for the world. So she's actually an inspiration. Right now, she's an inspiration in the making, and that's why you have this divine job to do.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds right.
Okay, I'm going to look at your son now and just see what's happening with him. All right, he does have like headphones around his ears. I don't know if he has any hearing issues or, but it's like he has a lot going on with his clairaudience, and he almost just wants to quiet himself. Whether he does do that, whether he does wear headphones, I don't know, but there's a lot that goes on for him. I'm just seeing that probably what you see or what the physical world sees for him, that is about 30% of what's really going on for him. So, yes, he's on the spectrum and things are happening with him because we only understand a very small fraction of what's really going on with him. And it's like humans are trying to understand. We've got our scales, we've got, our ways of how people grow at 1 years and 2 years, what they're supposed to do, and so on. And this kid is just different. And we have no way of measuring. And we also just see about 30% of what's really happening with him. So we just tend to judge him just by that. But there's a lot more to him in this lifetime, right here in this present time energy as well, than we are even able to see. Like with him, we're really just seeing a tip of the iceberg, and we look at the little tip and then we judge the whole kid and everything around him. But there's a lot happening with him. So what is happening with him? First of all, he's getting a lot of messages, and he's also a very open soul. Like, he doesn't have boundaries in a sense. So everything just comes, everything just flows, and he just gets lots of things. And so it just gets too overwhelming for him.
Are messages from other people or from?
Messages from other beings, like there's a lot that is going on for him. He is actually picking up a lot of stuff telepathically. He's just hearing. Okay, I know what you're asking. What you're really asking is, when I'm saying the 30% and okay, what is really going on with his picture? He actually has a lot more depth. So, for example, if there are kids playing around, they're in the park and they're playing with a ball and so on. But for him, it's like not just the kids who are playing around with the ball and everybody else moving around. It's not that. For him, he's tuned into the consciousness of everything. Whether he understands it, whether he's able to say it or not, it matters not. But he is actually consciously tuned into the grass, to the trees, to the leaves. Like there's just a lot of talking happening with me, or talking or communicating happening with him. Um, and the beautiful thing with that also is that you told me that his language is delayed, but he's picking up a lot. He's getting a lot of information. He's actually like a sponge. But because he's getting so much, and then he's trying to speak that in the human language and bring it all out, it actually gets very hard because he's just getting a whole lot of information. Just the information stream that's coming to him is a lot bigger than the information stream that we get, like the thoughts that we have running in our head. For him, that whole tube is just a lot. Well, I'm seeing a tube for humans, but in his case, I don't even see the boundary of the tube. I just see openness. Like everything flows. He's just so connected. The great thing is that he's just very connected with the cosmic realm. His dreams are actually far more. It's almost like the differentiation for him between this world and the dream world is not as much. And I'll explain what I mean by that. Like in the real world, or when we are awake, when we are working around and looking at things, that time we have a filter. We are not going away in our thoughts, and we are not on other planets, or we are not floating with the dolphins, we're not in the dream, right? Whereas for him, the dream world and the real world is almost similar because there's a lot happening at the same time. So he's in multiple places at the same time. He hasn't fully incorporated and got his soul together. That's what it is. He's just got soul fragments around. There are a couple of things. So I'll just ask permission from his body right now, from his spirit right now as well, higher self, and just ask them if they want to bring all his soul fragments and just allow him to be just in this body, um, not having other parallel lives, not having other parallel experiences, because it's honestly getting too much for him. So they're just helping and they're just integrating with that, and they're just bringing more of him together. They're bringing his soul fragments from his other lives, bringing them in the here and now. And that's why when you were even asking the question, like, what is the voice that he's hearing? It isn't that I'm not seeing beings or anyone else floating around him and disturbing him or anything, but he just seems to be like so tuned in. Just the radio in his body is full on, speakers on. And so obviously within this lifetime, it gets harder to concentrate and to just do one thing, because for us, if we have to listen into something, maybe we are just listening, even in a distracted world, we are listening to probably 10 voices and we've just got to listen to one. So it's easier to concentrate. Whereas for him, generally speaking, and even in a quieter space for him, it's still like listening to that voice amongst 1,000 other voices. It's a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
But they're bringing together his soul fragments. They're just bringing all his parallel lives. They're just closing all the other portals for him and just bringing more of his energy back together. Okay, I'm just going to tune in and see while they're doing that and see if your son's got any other message. What is it? Because this is a big shift for him as well. And I'm also asking the question, why does he have like all of these fragments everywhere? Like, what was the reason? What really happened for him? Okay, I'm seeing a lot of confusion. And this actually really explains your point, as you were saying earlier, that you felt or you feel very guilty, that certain things you didn't do right, you know, him being the first child. And so this is a very good learning for the readers, for the listeners as well, that if you do feel guilty, if you feel like you haven't done the right thing, just know that your confusion and your guilt, that also stays with your child. They are unconsciously picking up on that. And hence, what that does is, because you hold that energy, you hold the guilt, you hold like, oh, I wish I had done that. And what it does is it ties your child and ties part of their energy to that bit, to that possibility that could have happened. So just imagine bringing your energy back, bringing all the energy back right now. And the guilt, just let that go. I'm also going to ask the guides to help you with that. But for all the parents, you're also getting a healing. But if you feel guilty, just know that it is all divinely channeled as well. You are also working in accordance with divine alignment. Things wouldn't have happened if they were not meant to happen that way. So you're actually going to do yourself a favor and your kids a favor by just letting go of the guilt. It's okay. You are all meant to learn and grow. It is okay. So just repeat for yourself, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. As a mom, as a parent, as a child, I'm okay. Because you are. You did do the right thing. It was okay. Even if you feel like you did it wrong, you did the right thing. That's how it was meant to be. So it's okay. But for everyone who's listening right now, the guides are really taking away a lot of the heaviness, especially around the sacral chakra, which would just be around your belly button. They're just taking a lot of guilt and heaviness from around there. Around your birth canal, you can just imagine that there is golden light that's flowing in, coming in right to your birth place, to the womb, clearing up everything. And for men who are listening to this, just imagine it's going in your reproductive system as well, but just really clearing up the whole space. Clean up the guilt. You don't need it. It's okay. Nobody is holding any grudges for you. I'm looking at all the gods, all the goddesses, the universe, all the spirit guides, your soul families, all the star beings who are supporting you, your ancestors as well, who actually are from the earth. But the ones who are in the light, they all understand it was all meant to be. And so it's okay. You don't need to punish yourself. It's all right. Just let it go. Okay, I'm just coming back to your son again and just having a look. And he's feeling a lot better, like even his body. When I was looking at it earlier, it's a little bit hard to explain, but when I was looking at his body, it sort of seemed to be. Usually, when I look at a body, it is like a hologram, whereas for him, I was seeing almost like paper slices. But now the whole hologram is coming together, which is great. So all of his fragments, all the bits of energy for him, they're all coming back together. There's still a little bit more fragmentation around the ears. I'm just going to see what's happening with his ears. Why is there still like a lot of things happening? Just asking Mother Earth to help us hold space. Just bring him more to the earth. The archangels are giving him a healing. And I'm just seeing what's happening with him. Okay, there's he is a star seed as well, and he's got multiple things that he's doing. One of his incarnations is here on earth, so partly it was being fragmented because of how as parents you were feeling, but partly it's also that there's still things in the other realms that he is doing, and he feels like that's his job as well. So there's only part of him that has incarnated here. He's very active otherwise as well. He's like a savior of sorts. He goes around, he protects galaxies or planets in certain ways. He's the keeper of order, of how things should be. Like one of his responsibilities is just to make sure that things are fair, that there is an energetic balance. And if there's anything that is going on, then he just looks out for it. And he's still doing that. I'm just going to see what is his relation with the earth. So he came here really because he wanted to have the order back on earth. And that's why he incarnated. And he's still not given up his job at the spirit level. So he's really fully involved in that as well. And that's okay. That's probably how it is going to be. Like in his dreams, he's still. What does he do? What he does is that the people who go to him when they're seeking some level of justice, or when they're wanting to understand on earth, if things are difficult and they're wanting to have some guidance, then he shows them the light. Like he's not like an archangel, but at the lower vibrational level from the archangels, but he's still a much higher, lighter vibrational being. And so he shows these people the light. And whenever somebody's really suffering, he he works with them to show them what light is about. So what he's also doing in his world on a daily basis is that he may not realize or he may not know it, but there's a part of him that when things are happening around him for his friends and so on, he's actually healing for them and he's working with them during his sleep and otherwise, which is also why sometimes he gets more tired, sometimes their emotions come up on him because he's just doing a lot. And I'm just asking, what is the highest purpose for him? What is his highest soul alignment? What should he be doing? What's the highest guidance for him? Okay, so there are various angel beings I'm seeing, and they're saying that they're understanding this, but they'll actually now talk to him a little bit more as well and explain to him that for now he can let his other duties rest, that he can just be in this body right now and be more himself. And he doesn't have to do all the other duties so that he's able to be on earth and just help and support and also do his life purpose here on earth. Because right now it's a lot of things going on at the same time, and the energy is really scattered. So he's got angel beings, and they're actually going to talk to his spirit, like while he's sleeping, and help him get that back. Help him really understand that he can bring his energy back and he can stop doing the other things. That will really help him.
Do you have the name of those angels so I can call upon them in meditation?
They're just saying, just tune in. I can tell you their colors, I can tell you what they look like. Um, and they're also just doing at the minute, they're just doing a little bit of body work on him as well, just bringing his energy back to him because that would be really helpful. So the angels, I'm seeing them as very white angelic beings, like they've got big wings. And I'm actually not seeing a face, but I'm just seeing like a really floaty big body with big wings, but they've got a lot of blue light inside them. Um, so just around our root chakra, sacral chakra, that's very, very blue. It's a very healing blue energy that they've got. Now I'm seeing the face as well, but just pure white faces without without features or anything. Very gentle, very loving. Your son knows them. If you tune into them, they'll be able to help him. And they're also saying that whenever he feels something, whenever you feel like he's not really understanding things or he's not behaving in a certain way, things are just not coming across to him, what's really happening is that he's just in multiple realms. So, in a sense, what you're feeling is absolutely okay, and the but it's also hard for him. What you can do is you can just ask the angels to help him then and just anchor for him more of his energy back into this world. Because there's partly this where he's tied up, he was more tied up with the guilt, which he's actually starting to release. It's a lot coming back. But there's partly his own willingness as well currently, because he wants to be in the other areas to be able to continue doing things. And there's also that's where he feels like he's able to do it. Whereas Earth just feels very hard. And hence it can also be a lot more because it's hard, it's not enjoyable. and you almost want to run away. So he just needs a little bit more encouragement to be fully here on earth. And he's a lovely soul. He's divine. He's got a heart of gold. Uh, He has totally incarnated fully just to help the earth rise. That's why he's come here. He is such a loving being. He really wants to help out. He wants to help everybody. That's also the goodness of his heart, where he is working with everybody and showing them the light. Like, he is truly, truly an angel. Very, very beautiful soul. Okay, but the guides are bringing him back and getting him a lot more grounded, bringing him a lot more into the earth. If you wanted to speak to your son, teach him some grounding exercises, even if it was a fun thing, that would help him as well. And I'll share that in just a minute. I'm just going to look at you, and then we'll see. What's your role? Why did you why did you come? What did you want to do? And why do you have these beautiful children? Why did you come? And where are you coming from? There is a lot of love in your heart. There is a lot of love in general. At a soul level, your soul essence is that you have a lot of love. You want life to flourish. You really love the earth, like you want the earth to grow. You are, you yourself are a star seed, and you have been involved in incarnating or starting life on earth since the very, very beginning. So you have a huge love for earth. You really want to look after the earth. You have a protector archetype for the earth, where you want to look after it, you want to help it heal. It's like your baby. You started the project here in a way. And this is why it hurts you so much as well when things go wrong here, or other people, when they act in certain ways, or when they're a little bit on the darker side. You just cannot understand it, because you just have so much love in your heart, and you just cannot understand just certain things, certain like when people would backstab someone, or like they're just foreign emotions to you. They're just foreign things, and you just go like, why? But why did someone have to do that? Because your soul is not made up of that. You have a very pure loving soul, and that's why these both of your kids came to you as well, because they needed that amount of love. For you to feel the most healed and to have the groundedness in living your life and feeling easy here on life while supporting your purpose. Your purpose is to help Earth to evolve. Your purpose is to have Earth people to understand that you don't need to judge. It's like helping them see at a bigger level, but you are not one of those people who's going to go ahead and do something. Like, it's not by that. Some people will make a change because they're actively campaigning, they're actively doing a project, and they're changing things that way. Whereas your way of changing someone is almost like transmutation. It is very loving, it's very gentle, and it's not even direct. You are just like that inspiration where people understand from how you are and how you treat others around you. That's how you change. But that's what you're bringing in the world: a lot more love, a lot more openness, true acceptance, true non judgment. That is what you are here to bring.
Can I ask a little further on that mission? I'm a entrepreneur by heart, and although I do love my spiritual side, I think the other 50% of me is like a very empowered woman that is ready to step into like a more active money making or aspects of entrepreneurship. And I have been guided that I have a big mission, excuse me, or purpose that has to do with awareness for autism and creating like space for these children in a very big mess
Mhm.
um,
And that is,
role.
you will do it because you are showing people how to love around you. But sorry, go on with your question.
So the question is like the business aspect of it. Like right now, I'm just focusing in my current business, which is event planning, but it's just stepping stone into I get into the life mission of helping the awareness, not only awareness, but enlightenment training for these children in the future. So I wanted to know if that is what you see, like how these kids can develop all their talents, right? Like you mentioned, my son potentially telepathy and all of those things. Like, do you see anything like that in the business side of my aspect of my soul?
Okay, right now I'll need to like really look at it, and that would be just another direction. But what I am being shown for now, I'll look at it quickly in the sense as in what will help you right now. How do you deal with that? But what I'm getting in terms of your money, business, and so on is that you are on your path. You are doing what you're meant to do. And even this reading was part of that, like you understanding where you stand in the bigger picture, supporting your kids. The other things will come up. They'll come in time. And there's something around trust, just around divinely trusting that this is where you are headed. More things will unfold for you. As you are holding space for your kids, you will actually hold space for yourself. Ironical, but the more you hold space for them, because you will start seeing them, and this is what they're teaching you, that when you hold space for them, when you fundamentally believe that they are okay, even sometimes as your logical mind will tell you that there's some flaws, there's some lack in some sense, but when you are able to still hold that space and go like, hey, I believe in you and I see all of that, but I believe in you because I know something good over here is going to happen. And how you will build that trust, like, at some level, sometimes in the beginning you might just fake it, your belief for your kids, your true belief that they will be successful, that they will be okay, that they will actually be a blessing on earth. At maybe there will be times in the beginning where you will feel, well, I don't 100% feel that. But this is what the kids are teaching you as well. What you will actually end up doing is you will start seeing their light more and more. The the more you actually start seeing their light, seeing their soul for who they are, you will realize that actually there's nothing to worry about. And the more you do that, they're also holding the mirror for you that allows you to start trusting yourself as well. So, yes, this is your path. This is what you're meant to do. Your highest timeline, but right now, as I see it, would be that expansion, would be holding that space for everybody else, the space where everybody gets inspired and you are showing them that this is what you can do. And I'm seeing beautiful things in terms of education, in terms of just general community stuff that you will do where people will actually start understanding. But your real question there is, how do I get there faster? You get there faster by trusting your kids. And when you're trusting your kids fully, like not as a mom, like not just saying, but like fully trusting, fully believing that they will be okay, you're actually learning that you will be okay inside because you are learning to trust the overall rhythm of the universe. And right now, that's not there because, and that's just a 3D world as well, because we feel like, oh, others are a certain way and we are a different way. So, how is it going to work out? The house, when the logical mind comes in, that can take us away from the frequency of abundance. But when you tune into your kids and when you are fully trusting them, they're also helping you see your inner light, because they will be okay and you will also be okay. You are holding space for them. You're holding space for such beautiful kids. You could think about yourself right now and you could go, gosh, I have such a difficult problem. But on the other hand, your kids are such a beautiful blessing as well, because your daughter, for example, brings so much love for beauty and joy. There is th- she just loves life in a very different way, in a way that we as humans forget. There is joy in her when she's looking at some little trinkets. There's joy in her when she is painting, coloring. There's just an appreciation of life's finer details with her that she brings, and amazing. And then your son is just so much full of love. He has such a big heart as well. And you yourself are, like, when I'm saying that you are the protector of Gaia, Mother Gaia, like, she's birthed all of us. She looks after all of us. And you have those protective tendencies towards her. So it's a phenomenal thing that you have, your heart, the energy that you have. But right now it gets fragmented because of all the doubt, because of all the places where you ask the questions. If you could just bring them back to yourself and innately just believe that you're okay, that you don't need to do anything, exactly what you want to teach to your kids. If you can just tell yourself as well that you don't need to be a certain way, you don't need to do certain things, you are okay. Right now, you're okay. You are on your path without doing anything. And the other way to fast track that would also be ask your guidance, ask your guides, and tell them, what is it that I should do? What is my next step? And I'm going to fully, fully, fully do that. And just do that without thinking, without doing the ifs and the buts, without stopping the energy anywhere. Just going like, okay, I believe it. I'm just going to do it. Whatever you say, I'm going to do it. And just walk that path. That is your quickest way. You have to get to a place for your highest timeline. You have to get to a place where you are fully believing it in your vision. Like, for you, that in your vision, that's just very crystal clear, and you're already seeing that without it having come to your life. Okay, I'll just quickly tune in and just look. Do you have a question there, quick? And then I want to talk about just energy balancing techniques with kids.
No, I see what you're saying. I get it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So now I'll just look at some of the energy balancing techniques with our kids, especially, autistic kids or young kids, or sometimes even when kids are not listening to us, maybe when we cannot talk to them, maybe they're asleep or they're just having a fight even with someone else. And what do we do then? And how do we, at that point in time, support our children? The first thing, obviously, is look at yourself, balance your energy, clear your space first. And as parents of especially autistic kids, or if your kids are challenged, you hold a lot more of the power. And even if your kids are typical, even then you have a lot of power over your kids. As in, energetically, they're still looking at you, and they're still looking at you, looking at what is the frequency of energy that they receive back from you. And that is how they evaluate whether they are doing okay or not. And that continues for a really, really long time. So you have immense power, you have immense energetic control over your kids, even if they're not talking to you, even if they are 100 miles away. So the first thing you do is you calm yourself. And the second thing that you do when you feel like your kids are not doing something right is you just tell yourself that it's going to be okay, even if it feels like, oh gosh. And I'm seeing scenarios here where this might happen is, let's say your child is having some sort of fit, or something's happening which just seems to be so out of body, which just seems to be so out of this world that you're like, I don't know whether this will be okay. But you hold very strong energetic ties with them, and hence calm your energy, ground, connect with the earth, anchor yourself to the sun or the source, bring in that energy and bring in that flood, like let it rain gold light gold vibrations just pouring in you, and ask the Mother Earth to flood you with her love and energy as well. Like bring that in because you really need to be held at that time. Allow that frequency to flow through you and ask them to help you feel a lot more at trust with whatever is happening because the universe is not doing any mistake. Even then, even when you feel like it is very hard, the universe is not making any mistake. So you just hold the space, you just be there, and this is what you tell your kids as well, that it is okay. And if you can talk with your kids, if you can play it out with them, you might do some fun things like with your kids. You might tell them, hey, your legs are going very long and they are connecting with the earth. You might put a monkey tail on them. You might just dig a tunnel to the center of the earth. Whatever strikes your child's fancy, you might drive a toy car and take it all the way to the center of the earth. That could be one fun way just for them to connect with the earth. But you'll actually find that with kids, it's going to be a lot easier. It is us as adults, we tend to put a lot of brakes in our imagination in what is truly possible. But especially if you have starseed children or just even younger kids, they're just so much more tuned in with the energetic world, with the wider consciousness, that they will do it a lot quicker. You'll be surprised. So just play a game. Allow them to connect with the earth. Allow them to connect with the sun and the source and just bring that gold energy. When they're having a shower, just tell them that, oh, there's gold vibration that's falling on you. And just let that balance it out. The earth is going to take away the heaviness, and the gold energy is going to fill them up with the highest vibration that they need. And the other thing you can do is that their energy seems to be a lot fragmented, especially with kids who are having some difficulties. They're having some disabilities, whether it's autism, whether it is ADHD, whatever that, the subdiagnosis is. Generally the energy is not fully available in the here and now, and just do like a fishing game exercise with them where you go, okay, we caught the fish, we're bringing it back to us. Or you just imagine them having their body as a magnet, and all of their energy comes back attached to this magnet. But just make playful versions of that and just allow them to bring their energy back to themselves. You can tell them, oh, I'm seeing that your light right now is a little bit dim, like you are a walking channel of light, a walking beacon of light, but it's a little bit dim. So let's imagine we are turning the light up and we're making it a lot brighter and brighter and brighter. And just play a game with them. Well, I think right now you are at a 10. Okay, let's increase it. Now I think it is at a 15. Oh, yeah, now it's going to a 30. And just keep doing that. And they might play with you. You can do different versions of this as well, but just allow them to bring more of their energy back. And you'll notice
Is
that.
it possible, I'm sorry, in that question, turn the light up? Can they turn their extra sensory down, specifically for my son? Like if it's the world around it's too much, can I be like, hey, when it's a little loud, you just say, not now, not now, not now? Can it work the other way too?
Yes, absolutely. And so, great question. So, what you're telling them is that your internal light, we're increasing that light. And then all the other light, all the other sounds, and so on. First of all, send them out of your circle. Nobody should be inside your circle. Just send them out. They're not supposed to be in your space. Just send them out. Everybody that you see, they're outside your circle. And then when you don't want to listen to them, you just say, no, I don't want you right now. So, everybody should be outside the energetic space. Everybody includes the parents as well, includes your sisters, brothers. Just you stay inside your circle because this is your body and this is your energy. All right, that was lovely. Do you have any other question?
No, thank you so much. I thank you.
Thanks a lot. And thanks for showing all of these beautiful things as well. So I hope all the listeners got something out of it as well, especially if you've got starseed children or if you've got autistic children. I hope you've had some takeaways here as well. Because you're doing an amazing job. I'm just tuning into the consciousness and just listening and responding to what is it that parents want to hear right now. So, especially if you are the parent of a starseed child, you feel that you are a starseed as well. First thing allow yourself to be fully here on earth as well. Because there's a little bit of the same thing, like one foot is here, one foot is somewhere else floating because you don't fully want to be here on earth. And just allow yourself to be here and welcome yourself. When you are not fully here, look, this is what you will feel. When you're not fully here, you will feel like you don't belong. You will feel like others are doing different things and I don't fit in. That means that you are not fully here. And so just repeating that, okay, I welcome myself, imagining that you are physically, magnetically attracting your energy and bringing it back into you, but just bring it here because you are here. You are in the here and now. And if your energy is just somewhere else floating around dispersed, it's actually not doing anything because it's just not dense enough. Like that energy can't do anything. So bring your focus, bring your energy back because in the here, in the body right now, you can take an action. You can be more empowered to do whatever you want to do. So bring that, your energy back to you. Allow yourself, say that I welcome myself. And then be that beacon of light for your kids as well. All your kids, they're teaching you a lot of things as well. They're giving you a lot of blessing. They're teaching you a lot about love, about unconditional love. They're actually helping you heal a lot of your own internal karmas as well because you are special parents holding place for such special divine kids. Because, well, you're holding space for them, you're healing the future generations, you're also showing all of that to everybody around you. So there's a multiple ripple effect that you are doing without you even knowing it. So, thank you so much and congratulations. Be empowered. Feel that you are on a special mission. Whenever you feel alone, connect with the universe. Ask for guidance. You are not alone here. You are all held. I can tell you, all these kids are held. They are beautifully held. They've got lots of angels to support them, and you've got lots of angels to support you as well. So ask your guides for support. Don't feel alone. You are not alone. You are on a mission here on earth, whether you realize it or not. So bring in the help, bring in your energy, and you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you so much.